maybe you're kind of like me when it comes to memory state. You keep your computer on forever, your RAM fills up, you have like 500 Chrome tabs open, your Emacs session explodes with a trillion buffers, and so on and so forth. You just keep everything open, add ever a never-ending list of workspaces where you just push stuff to and kind of go from there and never really close anything. And yeah, I'm like that. I'll admit it. And I mean, it has come to a point where on my main laptops, on the X300, I normally use for these videos and for a lot of my stuff. But on my old laptop, I had like 130 or 140 days of uptime, and that's on a laptop because I just suspended it every time I didn't, like, over the night and stuff like that. And I mean, the memory wasn't that bad. It has 32 gigabytes of RAM and all that, and it kind of managed. I kind of managed that because I mean, of course, I did close stuff, and Chromium has this nice feature where it puts suspends tabs and whatnot, you know. And I don't really want to talk about like actual RAM computer memory, but rather like the kind of inner memory you have. Well, the state you have in your head is what I want to talk about, because the RAM is really a reflection of that, I think. Because the more stuff you have open simultaneously, the more stuff you have to kind of keep in your head. Yeah, keep in your head also. So, for example, with Chromium tabs, I hate having lots of tabs open, because I know I have to close them like at some point, and either I will like lose stuff, like lose some important tabs I have open, which I actually wanted to save and revisit because I wanted to read stuff because I found something something interesting or whatnot, or I will have to dig through my Chromium history, which is always a pain in the ass, or like I have to, when the next time I open up Chromium, I have to click restore the last session. I have all these million tabs again and whatnot. So it's really kind of a mental burden. And the same with like Emacs or well, any editor or any program really in which you have unsaved progress or unsaved state. You kind of have to juggle that all in your head and think, well, no, I can't shut down this computer now. I have like unsaved state, unsaved state, which is in random access memory. So which is temporary and which you have to kind of save or which you have to kind of close. So you have like mental loops in your head that you kind of have to close the more memory your computer uses. So the actual power, the like physical memory draws from the computer is kind of reflected in your head, if that makes sense. And yeah, again, so it was the same with me, or is the same with me always. But recently my computer, I have a USB keyboard attached to it, and I normally suspend it by when I hit a key on the keyboard, it wakes from suspense, and that kind of happened to me. And over the night, the computer just ran out of power, so the battery just ran out. And it was kind of, at first I was like, oh no, fuck, that happened again, and whatnot. But it was kind of a relief, and it always is, like, for me, because then all the stuff is gone. Like, it's all closed. Like, whether I like it or not. And maybe I have lost some work or whatnot. Hopefully not. But it's just kind of a relief, to be honest. And which brings me to this laptop I'm recording this on, and which I have like installed Alpine on this channel and whatnot. So this X200. But because the point is, on this X200 I don't have a battery. Like this laptop always runs on charger, and it has been really a really great experience, I'll say, because I'm forced to shut it down every day. Like, there's no, and also hibernation doesn't work because I don't know, it doesn't really work with LibreBoot on this laptop. That is LibreBoot in combination with Alpine, I guess. And I just haven't bothered fixing it because I realized that it's actually really nice being forced to shut down your computer and close all your stuff, because again, it kind of forces you to, well, manage your stuff. Like, it forces you to like write, like, kind of save the important links you visited on in your browser. It kind of forces you to have like a senseful, like a meaningful file structure and naming scheme, because you need to order stuff on your disk to be able to find it again, instead of having it open in a program in your memory, so on your running computer, and stuff like that. So it's really been kind of great. And this kind of, I mean, you can take it even further, I think, because of course you could say, well, it's kind of, that's not really, I mean, you can even take it to like the point of like freedom, or to the aspect of freedom, because I mean, it's not really that great for freedom, I guess, to not have a battery. I'm forced to only like to have a charger to run this laptop and whatnot. I can't really take it off the charger and take it with me somewhere. I mean, that's not really freedom. But in a sense, I'm more free with this because I'm more restricted, because I'm forced into a better workflow, if that makes sense. That doesn't burden me. So so I'm not like kind of, I don't have the freedom to make bad decisions in this case, if that makes sense. And on my other laptop, I of course have, because it has a big battery and lots of RAM, and yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That's just something that came to my mind, and that I kind of wanted to talk about, because I find it interesting how this stuff kind of plays out. And also how your memory is burdened, or your head is burdened by the like computer memory, like the state of your computer, with all the stuff you've opened and all the workspaces it occupies and whatnot. And yeah, so yeah, that's all that I wanted to talk about in this video. I don't think I've anything else to say. Again, that's just a thought that came to my mind, and yeah, that's it. Have a nice day.